tomorrow. Today I'm going to talk about, I've actually recorded this video before a while back, and I did not upload it, and I don't remember why I didn't upload it. So I'm going to do it again today because I thought it would be interesting for y'all to hear and for me to talk about. I'm going to be talking about the worst date I have ever been on. But for the most part, I like to think with an open mind, and I like to see the best in people. So even if they weren't that great of a date, like, I just don't consider it a bad date. I just never, go out with them again. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. I met this guy at school. He seemed like a good guy. I had already did some light stalking on his Instagram. He seemed great. I'm not gonna name any names because that's just not appropriate. But he seemed like a good guy, like just from like the outside, right? So I started talking to him. He's okay, like he seems nice, but I just don't really know yet. We go out and he's like, hey, like, do you want to come out with me and my friends? We're gonna go bowling. And I'm like, okay, cool, that sounds fun. Also, all these people went to my school, so I was like, okay, if anything, I can at least make some new friends, whatever. So I meet him at his apartment. I go into his apartment. We just wait for his friends to be ready, so I'm just sitting on his couch. First off, his apartment's very messy, and I saw a dead bug in the corner, so that's not cute. But I ignored that and I just let that go. I drive there and then we drive together in his car and we go. So he's like, I wouldn't say intoxicated, but I think he's had like a drink or some sort because he's acting a little bit weird. I shouldn't have been in that car with him, honestly, because that was just a bad idea. We drive there, we finally get there, and his friends are already there. So we meet up with them inside. Everything's going okay. I don't remember if he paid for me or not. I don't think he did. I think I paid for myself, which is not really that big of a deal. So we go in, we get our shoes, we start bowling, and everything's going okay. We're just bowling, and right now it's just me, him, and two of his guy friends, and everything's going good. They're super nice to me, no big deal. Maybe like 10 to 15 minutes in, these girls show up and they're also super nice to me. Everything's going fine, right? So the way that this like seating is going is like the chair is kind of like this L shape, and then there's a table here, and then there's like two or three chairs like on the outside that are just like individual chairs. So I'm sitting right here, and this is like up here. I'm making this way harder than it needs to be, but like up here is where you actually go and bowl. So I'm sitting like on the edge of this corner, and all of his friends and the girls are sitting here. So everything's going fine, but then like after the girls show up, completely ignores me. Like, I'm saying, like, I don't even feel like I know this guy, and on top of that, I don't even know any of these people here, so he completely ignores me. Like, doesn't even give me a second of the day. His friend offered to get me a drink before he offered to get me a drink. Like, that's how bad it was. So I'm sitting there, and I'm obviously, like, a little pissed, because I'm like, you invited me out with your friends, to hang out with you, and you're not even giving me, like, the time of day. Like, I don't think so, honey. Like, no way, no how am I okay with that. So he's sitting, so on this little L, I'm sitting here, and he's sitting here, but his back is, like, to me, and he's, like, talking to these girls, and I'm like, and let me tell you guys, like, during this entire time, this guy is getting, like, drunk. Like, he's drinking so much, and it's, like, Thursday night, like, bowling alley. Like, like, why are you drinking so much? And he's the only one drinking. Like, no one else is drinking. We're all just, like, drinking soda or water. Straight up, like, turning up, like, at this bowling alley. There's, like, no one here. I'm bowling still. Like, I'm pretty pissed off because, like I said, he's not even talking to me at all. He didn't even introduce me to these girls. They came up to me and introduced themselves. The worst of the worst happens. I turn over. I'm, like, on my phone this entire time. I turn over, and he's, like, feeling these girls up. Excuse me, what? I didn't sign up for this, okay? At this point, I'm just like done. I'm like, I really want to go. I have no way to get home. So we're leaving finally. The girls already left, his friends had left, and we're about to leave, and he was trying to pay his tab. And he didn't have enough money on his card. He turns to me and is like, will you pay? Like, are you kidding me? Like, I'm a nice person, but I'm not that nice. Like, no, sir. No, sir, I'm not paying for like the 20 drinks that you just bought. No. No, 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 no. So we get to his car, and at this point, I was like, Cindy, you are so dumb. Why are you doing this? He's had a few drinks, okay? And I'm like, oh God, I'm so stupid. And I'm just like sitting there and I'm praying like, Lord, please, like, please let me get home safe. Like, I'm begging you. He was actually driving not too bad considering that he had drank quite a bit. So we get to his apartment. I just straight up get out of the car. My car's right in front of his. I get out of my car. I get into my car and he's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm leaving. And he's like, you're not even gonna say bye? I'm like, hell no, I'm not gonna say bye. You literally ignored me the entire night. And he's like, you're being ridiculous. Stop. Okay, just like stop right there. Back it up. Back that train up. And this is like when Sydney started getting, I started getting like a little pissed off. I mean, I was pissed off the entire time, but this is when I started getting like pissed off, right? So he's like, you're being ridiculous. You're just being a So I'm like, get away from my car. And he's like, what are you talking about? I said, get the hell away from my car. And he's like, why? I'm like, because if you don't, I'm gonna run your freaking feet over. And he's like, you're just being a little like, why are you acting like this? I didn't do anything to you. There's no words. As I'm rolling up the window, he says, you'll be back. They always come back. And I'm like, I don't know who the hell you're talking about, but I'm running and I'm never coming back. I'm running full speed that direction and I'm never ever coming back. Ever. I never talked to that guy again. But yeah. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you are new to my channel, if you haven't already, make sure you click that subscribe button. I would really appreciate it. Leave your bad dates down below. You guys can also follow me on social media if you'd like to. Also, this is my P.O. box. If you want, you can send me a letter and I will write you back. We'll be pen pals. It will be awesome. Life is too short to be negative, so make sure you're keeping it positive. I love you all so much. Bye!